Have you ever wondered what the top 1% of any industry, athlete, organization do to go from being seen as excellent in a respective industry to being seen as outstanding? What Tony Robbins calls that 1% difference. Declassified will bring you these leaders and will break down and share the key strategies they did and still do to stay at the top of their respective industries and lives. Good morning. Welcome to Dave Sanderson, Declassified. And I am really excited to have one of my friends on today with me, Michael Angelo Caruso. Michael is an internationally recognized author and speaker, and he's the founder of Edison House, a Michigan-based communications consulting company. Michael teaches presentation skills, drawing on his unique background in the technology sector and the entertainment business. Good morning, Michael. Thank you for joining us today for Dave Sanderson, Declassified.
Hi, Dave. It's good to be with you.
It's great to have you, too. And, Michael, I want to understand, what is the best way to stand out as a speaker?
It's a fantastic question, Dave. You know, we live in the celebrity age now where everybody's got a microphone, everybody's got a camera, and it's getting harder and harder to stand out in a field of celebrities and would-be celebrities. It seems like everyone has a podcast, everyone has a YouTube channel. One of the easiest ways to stand out is to be authentic and natural. There are many, many techniques for that. The second idea is to differentiate yourself from other speakers. What is your USP or unique selling proposition? In some cases, it's how fast you talk. In some cases, it's your content. In some cases, it could be how slow you talk. But there's got to be something interesting, maybe a theme to what you're doing where you're going an inch wide and a mile deep on your topic. That's a good thing. There are other ways to differentiate yourself. If you are not using PowerPoint, which I don't use, I haven't used PowerPoint in 8 years, you are likely to be different than any other speaker at the conference. Some people say I can't go on stage without PowerPoint. I'd feel naked. And yet on the day I had to do without PowerPoint, I became a better speaker. My eye contact was better. I started focusing on truly communicating with people instead of focusing so much on the screen that was behind me or the monitor screen. Another technique, going back to being natural, is this idea of being friendly and approachable. And of course, if your nervous system is under siege, it's hard to be friendly. It's hard to smile. I used to write into my talking points when I first began speaking, smile. I actually wrote the word smile in there, exclamation mark, sometimes a smiley face, just to trigger some sort of physical reaction in me that would let people know that I am friendly, I am approachable, I am at ease. I don't have the problem of smiling automatically when I begin presentations now, but it's a good thing for people who are getting started to do so. Another idea is only to use original content. When you're using content from other people, it makes you seem like a cheap copy. Now, from time to time, I do quote somebody else. I mentioned if I mention an author or a psychologist friend of mine or somebody, if the name is important, if it's published information, I try to provide attribution. Sometimes I had to say, I'm not sure who said this. But my entire speech is not made up of attributions and other second and third source material. It's my content, and I've spent time on it. Even if you just read a book and synthesize the content and present it as your book review or your summary of the book, it's still your content, right? And so the idea is that you would try to present original content whenever you can. I think if you're ever on a panel session, a lot of us find ourselves speaking and having to differentiate ourselves in a panel session where there's a string of speakers. Always try to be the first speaker or the last speaker. The brain, the human brain of everyone in the audience has something called a reticular activating system. This is what helps people remember what was said, and people remember the first thing that was said and the last thing that was said. So if you're the first speaker or the last speaker, you're more likely to be remembered. If everyone else is using the podium, you step away from the podium and you go rogue. You go loose into the platform. If everyone else is at the platform, you might bring up a high back stool and sit down. These are easy ways to differentiate yourself and get your message across to people. Remember, if your call to action isn't efficient, your presentation results will suffer. So you've got to differentiate. You've got to stand out as a speaker.
Hey, Michael, those are some great tips to be able to stand out as a speaker. Thank you so much for sharing that today. And as a special gift to everybody who's listening today, if you would text 797979 and put the word brace, the number 4 impact in, I will send you as a gift my first video of my new series called Overcoming Adversity in Challenging Times. This is my gift to you. And if you'd like to follow with Michael directly, please check him out at LinkedIn under Michael Angelo Caruso and Facebook at the same name, Michael Angelo Caruso. So until tomorrow, this is Dave Sanderson Declassified, and make sure you make all the moments in your life matter.